Hello, everybody, and welcome to Aviant Specialty Inc.'s Facebook Live event. We're talking to Oscar Renteria, and we're talking today about Aquarius Special Effects Inks, and we're going to go over the Aquarius Special Effects Inks kit. So welcome, Oscar.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for having me here again. Let's talk about the special effects kit.
Yeah. What is important about special effects inks in general in screen printing?
Well, the special effects inks are designed to visually capture the graphic artwork. With them, we can add texture, height, brightness. We have metallic scenes, we have shimmers base and shimmer colors, glossy and luminescence finish. Uh, Among the most important special effects is. In summary, we can add value to our uh, plain printings that we can produce.
Yeah, it puts a little wow factor in there, doesn't it?
Yes,
Let's
and
go
some
through.
of them are a mixture, so you can add like a puff effect and another different effect. So it's very versatile.
Oh, very. Uh, what would you say the main advantage of the Zodiac Aquarius effects inks over those others, alternatives?
Well, I think one of the most important is the global compliance. So our customers should be confident that our inks comply with the update regulations and the major RSL in the market. And the other part is the productivity. So our solutions are designed to reduce the time and power to bring in a single screen. And finally, in this case, is the unique finish. So you will notice the printer and the end user that these printers are not heavy or rough. They are soft and thin, uh, visually captive.
Well, that's one thing we're very proud of. That we are, after all, a bunch of printers in there designing these inks, and our number one thing is to make it easy for the printer to run it, and then get the aesthetic they want at the end of the print. So, yeah, it's great points right there. Well, let's talk about the special effects kit.
Mhm. Sure. This kit is a starter kit. They include the most popular special effects ins. We have an foil binder, metallic silver, reflective clear, and a Suede base. So it's a short package that will help in the transition between the printing on plastic solid special effects and water-based non-PVC prints. So the printers will notice the same performance and embellishment. We can improve soft hand and finish.
So let's start with the first thing on the list is the foil binder.
Foil
Um,
binder. Mhm.
I really love this stuff. I mean, this is one of the first ones we developed. Um, and the way we printed this, we actually use discharge inks.
Mhm.
So we had discharge white, no flash, discharge 521, which is a lighter color, and then discharge 520, went on wet, and then clear. The clear went on um, the area where we want foil, obviously. It's a
Mhm.
110 mesh. So kind of an open mesh, but we did, obviously this would be a double stroke, and we want to make sure we get a lot down. We had a good stencil in our screen, so you get a good deposit.
Right.
After it was printed, we stored these. Some of these were stored. We obviously we foiled some right away for the show, but some of these were stored for 6 months before I pulled them back out. Needed some more, and I used a foil on the transfer machine, and I had it set at around 280 for 8 seconds, 40 pounds of pressure, and I cold peeled them. So I just applied the foil, pulled it off, put it to the side, and in this case, I actually did two different foils. So I just had a little square that I put down, and then silver up here,
Sure.
and I put it to the side and let it cool. And when I was through with the stack, I went through and I just peeled them off individually, and able to save those. Next, you mentioned was
Metallic silver.
yeah, this is metallic silver. We're actually showing metallic silver and a metallic silver, and it was a tinted one like a metallic gold also. So both the metallics are involved here.
Right.
But there's the silver. What I love about the silver is it's so easy to print. We were able to get some of this down. You put one coat on it, you get kind of like a shimmery look. You put two coats, you flash print it, you get a really nice, smooth, super silver look. Can you see that? I'm kind of losing track of where my thing. And then the gold is the same way. So you can basically get almost like a two-tone by having, two pieces of art where one is directly to the garment and the other one is right on top. Thirdly, you can put an underbase on some of these and you'll get a wholly other different look. So each time you put a layer down, it gets smoother and smoother. And then we just used the regular white with this on this particular one. But we ran these through 80 mesh, pretty open mesh, so we can get it down once as quick as we could. You can do once you put 80 down, you can put a little higher, slightly higher mesh on your second layer, but you don't necessarily have to because it's a flake, so you're not gonna see more ray. It's just gonna show a nice look. And this is look at. You do this with plastisol, you got a little bit more of a stiff look. But this is a really nice, soft feel.
Yes, yes.
Any comments on that? Oh, and you can tint these. So you put a little pigment in some of these colors and some of this silver, create all your metallics. In fact, we have some formulas in the IMS that actually use the silver as the base. Now here's the next one's one of my favorites. This is reflective. Now, I really don't know how I can show this except that I can throw a picture on, but you see that slightly, you can barely see it in the light right here, this area right here. So if I was to take this, now this is directly to the garment, in this case, slightly tinted black. So it actually disappears into the garment somewhat. It actually shows up more on the screen as I'm looking at my computer screen right now. I can actually see it better than it actually shows up. So I'm gonna take a quick picture of it. And there it is. See how it's shines?
Right.
It does really great. And the further back you get, it seems like the more uniform the reflection is, and it creates a great look. It's not safety rated, it's fashion rated, but people will definitely see you if the light hits you. It's no doubt. And again, very soft. So this is a clear. Also, you can print our clear on top of colors, and they'll react independently from what's underneath there, which is different. Most plastisol, you need to go directly to garment or else it doesn't work. This is a nice clear overprint reflective also. And then the fourth thing in the kit is a suede. And this, I mean, of all the specialties we have, I think this is the most reminiscent of the plastisol suede. I mean, it prints the same, looks the same. Put in a high mesh, you get a really super soft feel. You put it in a lower mesh, it almost creates like a blowout puff. Almost flakes off, but it stays there. It's a nice, very soft feel. I think some of these we did 230 mesh and all the suedes, except for this one we did a 160, this lower one. But these were all very soft. I don't know if you can tell. And again, you can see it's a base, so you're tinting it. You're making different colors.
Right. Yes.
This is also going to be used to create texture. You can mix the suede with white and print it very subtly underneath or on top of your underbase, or and then when you put colors on top of it, in the oven, it'll actually rise as it's coming through the oven. So we had some really great examples of just subtle textures that kind of enhance the design with the overprint colors. We get some of the other offerings. This is the puff, and if you look real close, you can see it. I'll get, hopefully I'll get a photograph or something in there and pop it up, and you can actually see how it lifts up. This one particular way, the way we treated this one, we actually put it through a 160 and a 180, but we put it through a really good stencil, and we flash printed it. So you actually get kind of like a really nice soft density look. I mean, as far as water based is concerned, it's hard to get a high density, but you could definitely get a nice look. The next thing I want to talk about is the pearl base. Very nice shine. What I love about this is, when you want a really smooth metallic look, the pearl base on its own looks kind of gray on a black shirt, but you can tint it. So in fact, this is the same pigment. The light blue pigment is just like a 2% add of blue pigment. And then the darker one is a 5% of blue pigment in the base. And so it doesn't take very much to make it into a really nice, because in actuality, it's a clear with very small pearl flakes in it. It gets a really nice look. You can see how shiny it is. These are print flash print, so we get a little bit more edge to it. But it can be used in many different ways.
Right. And the important here is that for all these special effects, we are using the same pigment range. So there is nothing different or special for this kind of inks. So it's an universal kind of pigment.
Yep. And we did a few prints with the pearl. In fact, we did some for the ISS last year, where we replaced the underbase with the pearl base straight on, and then put color over it. We put transparent color on top of it. So it appeared to be a multicolor pearl print. It was fantastic. We did a 4-color process on top of the pearl. It's fantastic. Great look. Next we'll go to, this is our particle base. Particle base is a clear that you can add flake to. So you can create your own looks. But in this case, we're taking the straight up glitter, and in this right here, we added some pigment. So we had like a nice silver look glitter and pigment. By the particle base, you put your glitters in it, you put pigments in it. It's clear. It's fantastic. And when we did this, we actually, because we had a print flash print, some of these stars, we wanted to save room on the press. We used discharge behind it, so we can just do wet on wet leading up to the actual flashing. Again, this is great underbase. You put this down and you put a translucent ink on top. You can tint it. You can make a design in it. You make rainbow colors. It's fantastic. Obviously, it's muted out a little bit, but it's just a great look. Next, we go to brittle base, one of my favorites. I call this the bubble wrap of screen printing inks. You just have to do this. Every time you hand one of these to somebody, they have to pop it. They want to keep popping it. They pass it around. Everybody wants it. It acts and feels like the crackle or brittle base from Plastisol. It has a little bit less down, so it gets a little smoother. And in this case, we use discharge to create these colors underneath, and then went with print flash print. Actually, we did the gray right here, which is brittle. Flash, and then the white brittle on top of it. Gave a little bit more thickness to it, so it has a bigger pop. You do not want to put this ink on top of an underbase, because then it loses its brittleness. It goes directly to the garment.
Directly, okay.
Remember that. Now, or you don't want to overprint it either. You put too much ink down on top of it, it actually creates a bonding layer that will not allow you to crack it. But great look. That skull's actual size. See? See. And this is the last one we're going to cover here. This is the clear. This is one of our newer ones. I hope you can see this. It shows up really well under this light. I got to get the right angle. I'll put a photo up. As you can see, the clear is nice and clean, and clear allows the colors to show through. The next one is our glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark.
Yeah, so you can see here that, we just brought this out a little while ago and it's charging in here. But I'm going to hop over the side here, turn off the light, and see if we can't get a reaction. Look at that glow.
Yes, that's great.
Back up, glow in the dark. So that's it for today. Anything to add, Oscar? I think we're showing some great products here. We're continuing to work on more. We want anyone's ideas. Send them to us. We're constantly working on our lines. And the Aquarius line is doing really well right now. We're very proud of it.
Yes, thank you for showing these applications to our customers, saying that they can ask this starter kit of special effects to our Zodiac distributors. So, and we are open for questions about what is the correct application.
And at the end of this, if you missed our live, go ahead and send questions in, and we'll try to answer them.
Sure.
Thank you, Oscar. It's been fun. This is one of my favorite ones, is when we get to show special effects.
Thank you.